We're at Uiversal Studios, Hollywood. Installing on, I'm not really sure of the restaurant, but one of their French restaurants, they're upper scale restaurants in Hollywood, Uiversal Studios. These tables are easy to install. These are the flush mount. They simulate the flush mount. These are the easiest ones we do. Of course, for retrofit to whatever table base you have. But as you see, I get the parts out. The rest of these units you will not need. Just toss them back in the bag and go. Obviously, I've already taken the old glides out, and I'm installing the new glides that have to come on mine. Keep in mind, the reason these have to come on is when the table jack is 5/8 here and 5/8 there. All four of these glides are the same height. So that way we can work in or out with them to stabilize the table, whether it wobbles one direction or the opposite direction. One other thing with our glides is our plastic. We build table jacks to last. We want table jacks to last for a long period of time. As an end user myself, I don't want to have you as a repeat customer every 4 to 6 months, as we've been seeing on some of the self-adjusted units we've had. So with the 2-year manufacturer warranty on table jacks, it ensures y'all the longevity. But see how easy it is? Now, I always back up. You don't have to use a drill if you'd rather just use the screwdriver, but I always come back and just make sure that it's locked in tight. With our wedge system that we put on these glides so that it won't come out, we want to lock it in tight and wedge it in there. These here now, you'll never ever move these again. Should never have to move them unless they wear out whenever, I don't know. So now the table jack on these flush mounts right here, because as you see here, essentially we want to get all this height back to this flat part right here. So you would use your bush on others, but you don't need it. So you would put your washer in there. Always use the longest screw that you can. Sometimes with the screw socket in there, dirt and trash gets built up in there and you can't use the longest one. But always use the longest one you can, so that when you come in here, you can get as many threads as you can. Now if it bottoms out, go to the smallest size screw. But to install the table jack, it's as simple as screwing it in. Now, I went with this screw and it was too long. I've already bottomed out, as you see. So you would want to take that out and change it to the next size down. There's different heights of screws in there for the socket. Again, what happens to these sockets is the dirt and the grits get pushed up in the end of them so that you can't use them. So obviously what I would do is just come over here and I would get the next size down of the pan head. What I mean by pan head is this rounded head here. The flat washers with the beveled on the end goes in the others, as shown on the instruction. So now I would use the shorter, of the next one, the middle size one. And you'll be able to see, good morning, that installing this and tighten them, it sets firmly on the shoulder. That's what you want to be for easy ability. And then we're through. Now I went a little bit slow on it so that I could demonstrate on there, but obviously with me I could go a lot faster, and then you just turn your table back over and it's set. Put your table back up. Excuse me, one thing I forgot. This is very important. And I want to turn the table back over to show you. See how your base is loose on here, your stem? It's not the base, it's this stem right here. So take your crescent wrench or take you something and tighten this up. You want to tighten it up for 2 reasons. You can have some of your wobble in the stem. If the stem is not tightened, this thing will wobble. You can have some of this turning on you and not good and square, and it'll keep loosening up if you don't tighten it up. It's just maintenance you have to do to your tables that really should be on a regular basis. So now, showing you that, we go back to turning the table over again. And there, the table's in place. Now we said adjust our table. When I came in this restaurant, this particular table here wobbled, just like this. Got a couple others, but I'm going to show you. Watch my foot down here, hold here, my foot. I'll just lower it down and set and lock in. Now you have a stable table. When I came in, this table was one of their worst tables in this restaurant. Now, it can be adjusted to be one of their best tables.